This is the DJI Avata 2, DJI's second drone in the Avata series and the third FPV drone that they've released. But it's now been 2 years since this drone has been released. And in this video, I want to talk about why I still think this is the best beginner FPV drone to buy in 2026. I started flying FPV drones only 2 months ago now. In fact, I did a whole video documenting the process of flying in the simulator and learning to fly FPV. It was frustrating, it was difficult, but it was so much fun and so satisfying to finally break through and to be able to fly an FPV drone fully manual. And since then, I've put in a few dozen flights in some really cool locations to really see how far I can push this drone. First thing I want to talk about and why I think this drone is the best for beginners is the ease of use and how easy it is to actually set up and get out there and fly. There's basically 3 ways that you can get started in FPV. You can do all the research, buy all the individual parts and pieces, solder them together, wire them together, bind everything, and hopefully start flying. I mean, there are benefits to going down this road. I kind of think about it like building a PC from scratch. You have full control over every component that's going in your drone, and so you get to choose exactly what you want. And in general, you end up with a much more capable and powerful drone, especially if you build something like a 5-inch drone. But that's complicated, it's difficult, there's a lot of room for error, and it may not be the path that you want to go down for your first FPV drone. I know it wasn't the path that I wanted to go down. Another option is just to buy a bind and fly drone. You basically get most of the benefits of building your own drone, meaning that you can buy a much more powerful and capable drone, but it's already assembled for you. All you have to do is buy a controller, goggles, a battery, mount a camera, bind them, and then fly. It's still a lot more work than just buying a DJI drone, which is the third option, but it's a lot easier than building a drone from scratch. So like I alluded to, the easiest is the third option, which is just to buy a DJI drone like the DJI Avata 2, the Avata, or the DJI FPV. All you gotta do is take it out of the box, turn it on, turn the headset on, turn the controller on, and go through the normal DJI setup that you're used to on any other DJI drone. Pretty quickly, you're up in the air and you're flying. No messing around with LiPo batteries and trying to figure out how to charge them and not burn down your house. No soldering, no going into beta FPV software. Really simple to get started with a DJI drone. Okay, so that's the simplicity and ease of use to actually get the drone up in the air and start flying, but there's an equally important ease of use or safety feature that comes with a DJI drone. I can't stress enough how important it's been to have this feature on my first FPV drone, and that is the emergency brake or the safety button. On a normal drone, when you're flying in manual mode, it's fully on you. If you lose control, well, you better gain control back quickly, otherwise you're gonna crash. With the Avata 2, if I ever feel like I lose control, I get disoriented, I don't know what I'm doing, and I just wanna stop, I just hit this button, the drone stops, and it hovers in the air. This is so incredibly handy, particularly for landing the drone. All you gotta do is hit the emergency brake, it hovers in the air, and then you can slowly let it down and land it just the way you would a mini drone or any other DJI drone. Now, obviously you should learn how to land a drone without doing this in full manual mode. That way, if you ever wanna upgrade to a non-DJI drone later, you know how to land the drone. But this is a really nice feature to have while you're learning. Also, on the topic of just nice safety features to have for beginners, going with a drone like the Avata 2 means that you can now sign up for DJI Care Refresh. So if you do crash, you're covered under the DJI insurance, as you won't be able to repair this drone manually like you would if you built your own drone. All right, let's talk footage quality, because this is where I think this drone is a no-brainer for beginners. On a typical custom drone build or a bind and fly drone, you typically mount a GoPro to it to get high quality footage, which can get expensive, and we'll get to that later. With the Avata 2, however, it already has a really nice camera built in. It shoots in 4K D-Log-M, and the footage that I've got out of the Avata 2 so far, I'm super stoked about. Well, you would get better footage out of a custom built drone if you mounted like a GoPro Mission 1 Pro, for example. The footage out of the Avata 2 is totally fine, especially for use on YouTube. All right, let's talk price, and this is also where I think it makes a lot of sense for a beginner to buy the Avata 2. An Avata 2 Fly More combo with the Avata 2, 3 batteries, and the goggles at the time of recording this video comes to $917. You'll then also need to buy the DJI Controller 3 if you want to to fly in manual mode, and at the time of recording this video, it's $167. All in, almost $1,100 for a complete setup. This is all US dollars, by the way. To buy a 5-inch drone, even if you buy a bind and fly drone, you need to buy a bunch of stuff. You have to buy the drone, the goggles, the controller, the batteries, the battery charger, a GoPro. It adds up pretty quick, and while you can find options that are cheaper than the ones that I've listed out here, you're gonna have a hard time finding everything you need and a GoPro for the same price of the Avata 2 and the Fly More combo. DJI has done a really good job lately of making their drones really affordable, particularly the Avata 2 and the new Avata 360. Okay, now I've done my piece why I think that the Avata 2 is the perfect drone for beginners, but there are some drawbacks to having a smaller FPV drone like this, which makes stepping up to a 5-inch drone a nice thing to do once you've already pushed the limits of the Avata 2. The first and the most obvious reason for me, even after using this thing for only a few months, is the power. The Avata 2, while powerful enough for most situations, as soon as you get into some high wind areas, it does get pushed around quite a bit, and it's a little bit difficult to control. Also, from using some of the 5-inch drones in the simulator, there's definitely maneuvers that I can do in the simulator that I just don't think that I can pull off with the Avata 2, because it just doesn't have the same punch and power as a 5-inch drone in the simulator. Now, I know it's a simulator versus real life, but from what I've seen in videos online, this is definitely still a case. Overall, a 5-inch drone is just more responsive, it flies better, has more power, but again, it's more expensive and it requires a lot more effort and skill to fly. Another benefit of going with a custom built or a bind and fly drone is that you can mount a GoPro to it. Well, like I said earlier, the Avata 2's footage is definitely really good. You can definitely squeeze more out of a GoPro Mission 1. 1-inch, open gate, log, 10-bit, all the bells and whistles. It's a really good camera. I guess another benefit of building your own drone is that you can repair it yourself if you crash it. I mentioned earlier that a benefit of the Avata 2 is the fact that you have DJI Care Refresh, and while I do think that's true for beginners, I think that if you're a more experienced FPV pilot, you're probably pushing the limits a little more and you're going to be crashing a lot. And so being able to repair the drone yourself is going to be a lot quicker than sending it off and waiting for DJI to send your drone back. I think at some point in the future, I will upgrade to a 5-inch drone from this guy, but I think I'm still really early on in the journey and I haven't pushed this thing or my capabilities as far as I think I could push them. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm having a lot of fun doing so, and I do feel like I am getting better the more and more that I fly it. All right, I hope this video was helpful. If it was and you want to keep seeing stuff like this, then be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on my next video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.